What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're struggling against the meta, whether that's bunch X nasty, bunch weak, trips tight end, any of those style of offenses, this is the video for you. As some of these are some clips from my 10-win gauntlet season, and then some are from ranked, which I only have 2 losses, and one is a disconnect. But as you guys see, I'm going versus all of the meta, route combos out of bunch X nasty, trips tight end, bunch strong, whatever. And you guys see I'm getting consistent pressures. I'm getting nice coverage sacks or coverage interceptions. As you see, the coverage is just there. We have blitzes, we have stunts, we have everything out of this defense. And I am in the Seattle Seahawks defensive playbook. Funny enough, they just won the Super Bowl, built off of an elite defense, and that's kind of what I'm replicating here. I like to mix in some Fangio style match principles with some nice stunts and blitz packages, similar to what Mike McDonald does. But yeah, I really love this defense. Been able to get a lot of stops and a lot of wins simply off of my defense. So stay tuned for the rest of this video, and I'm gonna give you guys some coverage shells for some of the meta offenses that you will come across. All right, so again, I am in the Seattle Seahawks playbook, and the formations that I like the most is the nickel 2-4, 2-4 low mug. I like 3-3 odd for run defense, and then quarters overload has a nice blitz that I give you guys at the end for those that want to stay. But I'll be breaking down the 2-4 and the 2-4 low mug in this particular video, and the formation that I'll be facing, I will go against Bunch X Nasty, give you guys a couple shells and blitzes for that. I'll give you guys some shells and blitzes for Bunch Weak, but they're pretty much the same as Bunch X Nasty. And then I'll give you guys a couple of shells for Trips Tight End. So starting off, cover 6, and I'll just give out a play that's sending 5 out. And so because I don't have my secondary controller, I can't really show you guys how the defense truly works, but I'll give you guys the rules and what I like to adjust for depending on the route combo that I'm facing. So basically, they're running a boss check over this right side. So you have a low outside defender, deep outside defender, a low inside defender, and then a deep inside defender. So they're creating kind of a box because you have 4 points of the box. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4 to try to take care of floods and different distributions from this bunch. However, sometimes this quarter flat will be too shallow, giving up a stem down corner route. So what I like to do if somebody's attacking the wide side of the field a lot is to put this guy in a seam flat, which keeps the rules the same, except this guy will get a little more depth when he's getting to his flat zone. And so you do lose a little bit of the matching when it comes to him matching towards the other side of the field. When it comes to like a return route, he won't match that like a quarter flat would. But that's why I like to mix up keeping this guy in a quarter flat and putting him in a seam flat. But if sometimes I will keep him in a quarter flat, I'll just put this guy into a soft squat, which plays similar to that outside quarter, just a little more aggressive. And, some people may not like this, having this guy in the inside quarter. So if I'm going to do that, you want to put this guy in a deep half and maybe spin your coverage like this. This is a shell that I'll run like this, just like this, because this soft squat will match number 1 vertical. And then get into the backside. He takes the first inside threat, whether that's the running back or the receiver, whichever one goes inside first. So if that receiver goes on a drag route, that's him. If the running back goes quick to the flat and the other guy runs a dig route, that's him. And that's kind of why I like to use this guy, because sometimes he does become free based off the route combination, or he will get beat across the field. You guys know that like running back cross flat. I like using this guy to take care of that because I know I can jump that a little better than an AI defender can do. But if you're not comfortable with this shell and you want to, just fully just cover three it, you can do something like this and then user this guy, or even put him in a hard flat, user this guy. So there's a couple of different ways that you can run against this style of offense. But I'll just reset. But again, cover six is the most malleable, in my opinion, defense. Now, this three rec, the reason I don't love using him is I feel like he does a really good job himself taking care of drags and slants coming from the right or the bunch side to the weak side. And he also will match the tight end if he goes straight up the field. And this guy has to expand on like a slot fade or something like that. This guy has to take him up the field, and he does a really good job by himself. So I kind of like to keep the match rules from these guys um, up to them, and then utilize or user this defender unless I am blitzing. And I'll show you guys a blitz that I really like. So show blitz, crash defensive line inside. That gives the best pass rush angles. Then you want to send this backer, and you want to take this three rec defender and come right here. And this is what I'll do against if I want to send that B gap pressure. And as you guys see, I forgot the hard flat. When I am sending blitzes, I like the hard flat. But as you guys see, I'll show you guys the blitz. And you have this B gap blitz right here. Because the offensive line has to account for these threats, you have an edge defender, your user, and then this inside shade kind of technique by the D tackle. The offense has to respect these three threats, so the center will open up to that side, leaving this 3-on-2. We have 1, 2, 3 against only two blockers, and that opens up that B gap for a nice B gap pressure. Now imagine if this guy was in a hard flat taking care of this first read, and then over the middle, you're kind of just jumping whatever you think he's going to throw. Now another blitz that I like to run again is this overload three seam, and I will turn auto flip off to run this because I like this to the weak side. So you always want to blitz. I like to blitz the weak side. You can honestly run this stock, maybe shade down. Again, show that you're blitzing here. And sometimes you will get a pressure right there as we get a looper from the linebacker. But what I like to do is spread the line and QB contain. Again, I'll hard flat. And this is just so that he can't get out the pocket. So I'll run this again. QB contains, and right there they kind of ran into each other. But the blitz does come in, and I'll run it maybe one more time, just QB containing from this look. And as you guys see, we get a nice A gap pressure. So that's another blitz that I'll go to, but make sure auto flip is off. Now turn the auto flip back on. I do like to mix in stunts with certain blitzes, so I'll come out and cover six again. And we'll do another show blitz. And this time I'll run a Tom stunt, which is left on the D-pad R1 square. And then I'll blitz this off-ball backer. And then I'll either mug this gap with this guy or this kind of gap here. And sometimes you can get pressure, sometimes not. Let's see what happens here. You don't, but you do get a lot of nice one-on-ones. And having them double or nothings on your D-line, I really recommend to get those. But sometimes that blitz will scream up one of the B gaps. And then I'll get into 2 for a load mug for you guys really fast. And I'll give you guys a blitz out of this. Again, I'm in the cover six. I really love me a cover six. And for this blitz, you want to crash D-line to the left, blitz this guy off ball. And that's really all you have to do. And sometimes he'll scream up the A gap. Let's see what happens here. Boom, he doesn't. But okay, but if he doesn't, this is a surefire way that you can do it. So you want to blitz that off ball backer again, crash D-line to the left, shift the D-line to the right, and I'll just move here. And as you guys see, you get a nice A gap if the quarterback doesn't get the ball off super fast. So again, that's blitz D-line, crash. So blitz the off ball backer, crash D-line left, shift him to the left, and I'll put a hard flag. Maybe he doesn't throw it really fast. And you'll get a nice screamer up the A gap. Throws it anyway. Just like that. And I utilize these shells against bunch strong or bunch weak. But versus bunch weak, what I like to do is, let me get to it, and I'll just run this. But what I like to do against this is man up this guy to the running back, the three rec, or what I'll do is I'll man him up to the inside most receiver. So either one of those, and I'll use this guy, especially because they like the RPO. I like to have this guy here for RPO, and then I'll mix in different stunts. And as you guys see, it does a really good job of taking away floods to the sideline. So because we have this guy manned up, this quarter flat says, okay, I don't have to take him first to flat. I got the next whether that's a corner out route, or as you see running back arrow, he'll be able to sit there. And then with your user, you're taking the first coming from the bunt side inside, because this soft squat will match the tight end vertical. So in this case, I just take the first underneath crosser, and it does a pretty solid job at shutting down what a lot of people like to run from there. And you can also send that same B gap pressure if you want. So I will be showing you guys some trips tight end defense, and I am going to start with the 2-4 load mug, give you guys a quick little blitz, but I do like cover 6 as well, and I'll show you guys or break down the assignments of each player. I want to play where it's verticals in the drag, perfect. So a blitz really fast, I'll just show blitz, um, and then I'll run a Texas 2-man stunt, and then send that linebacker there, and then I like the hard flat, the running back side. So I'll utilize this inside quarter, and I'm taking 3 vertical. If he goes quick to the flat, my quarter flat will trap it, and I will get over number 2. But if a lot of people like to throw him on slants and crossers, so I like to rob utilizing or using this defender. Backside, you'll have the vertical hook, taking drag routes or anything vertical by the tight end, and by then you should have good pressure. Again, boom, I jumped that. And as you guys see, sometimes you will get a nice little A gap from the stunt or from the nose tackle, or not the A gap, from the nose tackle, from the looper on the Texas. So this guy, sometimes he'll come up the A gap, but what you're really looking for is consistent pressure from this edge, forcing the quarterback to either throw quick or throw high. And as you see, my vertical hook matches perfectly. I jump the inside of number 3, and then you guys have verticals by the quarter flat. He's matching 2 vertical because both 2 and 3, and by 2 I mean this guy. If him and this guy goes vertical, he takes number 2, I take number 3, and then this guy's manned up no matter where he goes. So again, show blitz, Texas stunt 2-man, and send him. And I like to just come down a little bit, right here, boom, and he's just quickly throwing to the drag. But trust me, the blitz does come in. And like I said, I'll give you guys one little blitz that I like out of this quarter's overload. And the play is with this, I like auto flip off. It's heavy rat 1. And I do like it more against like a bunch, it's nasty kind of thing. And this looks crazy, but what you want to do is triangle R1 to show blitz, slide the D line to the left, crash up. So that's left on the D-pad, slant outside. And I like to bring this guy down here in the box, and I'll blitz my user. And this is a really aggressive style blitz, but it will scream off the left side. As you guys see, up the A-gap, off the left side. And you can even, what you want to do is you can even drop that edge or that triangle. So put him into a mid read, maybe an outside third, and hard flat, something like this. You can just do whatever with your adjustments. And again, you just want to kind of stand over the center, and you'll have right there. It kind of came in a very odd way, but you do have a free rusher. Now, a zone variation will be the hot zone 3. So again, you want to show blitz, select the line, and this is a cover 3 variant, maybe hard flats, something like that. Again, you want to crash up, and then you can drop. Usually, I'll drop this guy into like a vertical hook or something like this. In this one, I don't want to be as aggressive. Or what I'll do is I'll invert. So I'll put that guy into a seam flat or maybe a hard flat and inside third from the line of scrimmage. And I'm kind of sprinting up that left seam. Boom. Blitz comes in. Get the easy pressure, easy sack. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm out.